Everybody, and welcome. Woohoo! We've got the syndicate in the house, yeah, boy.
Hey, super.
Hey, it's going to be a fun show, and good to have Wookie Oso in the house, Yakuza Hitman. So, if you're fearful of you're fearful of the directorate, and you're fearful of the Yakuza, you should be, because Wookie Oso is out there. Welcome.
Yeah. Thanks, super. Thanks for the invite. It's good to come out and support the project and show my face, because it might be the last and only time you get to see it.
Awesome. Well, you mean that you're going to be doing so many hit jobs on people in the MAFIA game that they'll never even know that you did it?
No, they won't know I'm there. That's for sure, super.
That sounds fantastic. I really like that. Let's change the background around. Look at that. Woo! MAFIA, man, that's the real deal. On Pulsechain and BNB, the #1 GameFi on Pulsechain, and well over $250,000. I mean, we're going to check that out today, but it's probably hitting up to $300,000 in the play to earn. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, it's incredible, isn't it? This game is really starting to come alive.
Yeah.
And it's only going to ramp up, obviously, when we get the next phase of the game, being the map. That's really gonna set things alight.
The game map is going to be epic. Now, we saw Cult DeFi's show earlier this morning, Kiwi time. We're going to talk about some of the highlights from the updates coming up for MAFIA, because we've been on stage stage 6 for some time, right, with the marketplace.
Yeah, it has taken a bit of time, this particular stage. Obviously, the map's the main part of the game, I guess. So you have to expect a bit of time to pass to allow it to be epic.
Yeah. Now, with the stage 6 of the marketplace, it's actually been super popular, right? We've had tons of volume. In fact, it's probably at some stage it was the #1 NFT market. If it's not, it might still be #1 NFT trading on there at the moment. So you know that because you've been buying heaps of stuff on there. So what's your experience so far with the marketplace?
Yeah, it certainly was. It's certainly got a lot better as time's gone on. He's added more features into the marketplace, which has really helped establishing what's a good price. And so if you're able to sit there and sort of watch the market, and you can definitely pick up some bargains along the way.
Yeah,
you got to be pretty quick, because there's a few guys out there that I think that are sniping up some of these deals. So you really just got to be on the ball, right?
You've been incredible buying on the market, but there are other people also really good at picking up deals. We've definitely seen that. And of course, famously, the Don of Dons, Archie, picked up a level 10 Frank for $55, and they're worth what, 450?
Well, they basically are worth your life, because these things can potentially save your life. So they're priceless.
Especially if you're the Don of Dons, right?
Yes.
If you don't know what I mean, we're part of the syndicate family, and in the directorate, which is the #1 allegiance, it controls 4 families, and it controls 4 families. The syndicate, which is #1 on Pulsechain, #2 on BNB. It controls the Yakuza, which is about #4 on Pulsechain, and #3, I think it is, on BNB. It controls the what's the other ones? It controls the Yakuza, controls the Illuminati on BNB, which is #5, and it also controls with partnership. It has an alliance there with the Hustlers, which is the famous Lick Gaines. My Life is Awesome, who did a fantastic job building that family up, right?
Yes, he did. Yeah, yep. It's in safe hands now with the Don taking it over, and bringing those guys on board. I think they're all pretty happy with the situation. So that's really good for the syndicate overall, right?
So if you don't know how powerful, that's 4 families on both Pulsechain and BNB, and it currently controls 6 out of the top 10 paid spots. So 3 on the Pulsechain getting paid Pulse, which has got something like $180,000 in it. It's also got 3 of the spots on BNB getting paid PNB, which is I think we're similar, probably 80K on there at the moment. So and of course, Archie is the Don of Dons. He's controlling it all. And you got any views on Archie and what he's been up to without telling too much of the secret sauce?
Well, as you know, we can't give too much away. I'm actually head of security for the Don.
Yeah.
So anyone that wants to try and get to the Don, they have to come through the Wookiee first, and that's going to be well, it's basically impossible. Super, let's face it.
Let's face it.
So no, the Don's been up to all sorts. He's a busy man. I tell you what, you can't hold him down. He's juggling a lot of balls, and the latest thing, of course, he's just brought out the HQ.
Yeah, we're going to look at that. We're going to look at that.
I'm sure we're gonna cover that in the stream, right?
Yeah.
So he's definitely busy. He's obviously been in sniping those some of those auctions.
Yeah.
And he's just in generally running the ship with help from his team.
And along with Cult DeFi and Max Payne, who we may have special guest Max Payne later on in the show, you just never know. These are part of the hierarchy of the Allegiance Alliance and, of course, those four families. Myself, of course, is the Consigliere, which is the number 2 spot. Wookie here is Capo, head of a sniper squad, or a mass murderer squad. I don't know what do you call you guys?
I don't think it's appropriate to talk about it on stream, Super. I think we'll just leave it. I think we'll just leave it at that, right?
Probably not YouTube friendly.
No. We don't want the stream taken down, Super. But anyway, I think it's best to just avoid me at all costs.
We run a very honest front business, and we have no violence included, right? That's how we run the Mafia game.
Well, that's how some might play the game. It's not potentially how all will play the game.
Now, we look on X. I think there's a lot of people afraid of the directorate. Sometimes they say they're not, and I think that really means that they are. What do you think about the fear of the four top families there?
Well, they're definitely running around all these streams trying to talk it up a bit. But I tell you what, I think when the game launches, we're gonna find out who's who, aren't we? I think that's
we are. I mean, we saw on Cult DeFi's show, we saw Bob, was it Till of the Hun? Was it
Till of the Hun? Yeah, no, he's pretty cocky.
He's pretty cocky, right? He's a Consigliere, and do you like that Cult DeFi? Consigliere.
Consigliere, yeah. That's not Japanese, is it?
No, it's not that easy. I used to call it concierge, but I think that's kind of a head of the hotel, isn't it? Anyway, so maybe that's one of my friends.
No, so anyway, we're going to see. He, yeah, it is.
Yeah. So Consigliere, in and around there's Cult DeFi there in the house. So yeah, we're running that family, and he's in the OGs. He's second in command at OGs on the BNB chain. They're out of the money, I think, or at least in the conditional money on Pulsechain. But then we also have another big family, the Gearheads. They're number 2 on Pulsechain, but they're not on BNB at this stage. And of course, the OGs and Crypto Kool-Aid of the Gearheads. They're talking about. I mean, he was telling me that they're talking about doing some allegiance, some alliance there. What do you think of that?
Well, I don't think that's going to work out very well for whoever he goes, whoever they are looking at alliancing with. I think Kool-Aid's one of those guys that is also talking a big game out there. I got to tell you, but none of these gamers and developers have ever come across a Wookiee before. That's all I got to say to that. And
as well.
It's a different. A Wookiee's a different beast. Let me just say that.
Yes, indeed. Now, I've posted the link of the Mafia game if you guys want to join to play. It's so cheap to join. Wookie, how much is it to join to set up a player on Mafia?
Well, I think it was to set up a player was 2,000.
Yeah, that's right.
2,000 Mafia. Yep.
And it's cheaper on the BNB chain, right? About probably a third of the cost. So it's only about maybe 80 cents or something, and maybe
in dollar terms, it's nothing really. I mean, we're talking about nothing to play.
Beast, correct. Yeah. They speak Mafia also. That's right, Brennan. You're right about that. We speak the Mafia game. So let's bring up the Mafia game while we're talking about it, and let's see where we're going to go here. We've got a different view, and not that view. Hey, what's going on? Hey, yeah, that's the one there. All right, so we got there in the end. So this is the Mafia game. I posted the link in the chat there if anyone wants to join up. 2000 Mafia, and we're going to talk about another site that's just been launched. It's Mafia HQ, and that's by our Don of Dons, Archie. And it's got recruitment on there, so you can recruit into any family, actually, whether it's part of our Directorate Allegiance or any other family. You can join up. There's the contacts there, which is brilliant from Archie. So this is the website. We're going to go through some of the key stuff. You can click the Get Started button, and it's going to get you to create a profile. You have to buy 2,000 Mafia off the market. We strongly suggest you buy more than that. You can speculate or stake that with the family. If you do stake Mafia with the families that you do join, then it makes the family stronger, and yeah, you get in-game money as well. So yeah, well, we've got 969 families at the moment, Wookie. We've got 17 crime families, which is amazing. That's an amazing number of crime families. And apparently there's going to be 1 or 2 more coming down the line, apparently, with influencers. So that could be pretty cool. But look at this number on the vault, 5.46 billion. I'll say that with a B, 5.46 billion pulse, which is incredible. At the moment, and you can see the top players by wealth rank at the moment. Now the game hasn't technically started. We've got sort of pre-game rounds, as we ramp up to the launch. That's kind of where we are at the moment. Let's have a quick look at the vault. This is what all the families are after. Look at that, 5.46 billion pulse is currently 188,000 US dollars, and that thing's going to go to the moon, I think. Wookie, what do you reckon?
Oh yeah, it's I mean, this thing's only just starting, so who knows where it could go, right? This vault could really get really crazy, and we've got a bull run to come, right? So there's a lot of potential for people that want to have some fun, get into the game, and they could have some big bags by then, right? So you don't know. I mean, they're only going to commit potentially a small amount of their bag in a bull run to this game, but they could have a hell of a lot of fun. And a small bag in a bull run is potentially a big number, right?
Absolutely. I mean, we know that 10% of this payout, this 188K, so that's about $18,000 a week, is going to be distributed to the top 5 families. And of all the families that get stuff, I get this little green tick. The top family, which is us, yay! The syndicate is I got 30% payout. The gearheads, boo, the gearheads. They got 25%. Yeah.
That's you, Kool-Aid. That's you.
Yeah, we're looking at you gearhead. We see, and then of course the Salamanca is another family. We don't hear too much from them, do we? Big Whale, Nunzio, a very quiet family. Very.
Well, that's probably wise. That's probably wise that they're quiet. To be fair. If you stick your head up, you may lose it. That's
they got 20%. 20% of the vault. That's right, that they stick their head up. And then, of course, our other 2 families, the Yakuza, sitting with 15% and 10% for the Hustlers. So all part of the Directorate Alliance, which is absolutely massive. And, of course, some big payouts and pulse for those. And, of course, it gets fairly distributed, doesn't it, for the most part to families, because it goes to who? It goes by worth. So the bigger, the better the player you are as you rank up, the more worth and the more of the share, the profits you're going to pretty much get. You can see all the players in the house. Yeah.
And also, obviously, if you put the work in, the Don is a very fair man, I think, and he will distribute, some extra items and things your way, I think, if you're doing the work. So that's the beauty about being in the syndicate, right? Or the directorship.
So Capone there, aka Archie, is the Don of Dons, and he's not just in the family power, but also socially online. Right, he's crushing the marketing and promotions, really leading the way. And we're going to talk about his latest website that's been launched.
That's amazing what he's done over the last few weeks, and just with all the social media stuff, the stuff on X, obviously, and promoting the game. And it's there's not a lot of people out there in games, I think, that really promote the game like what's been happening here, and that's really, I think, a positive.
Yeah, we've got a few people in the chat there, so we might as well say hello to them. Who else has jumped in there? We got Brian in the house. Good to see you, Brian. We got Cult DeFi. That's Jacob's front man for the Mafia game and all the other protocols. We got Aussie Stone in the house. Good to see you, Aussie. Wookie is your capo boss. How about that? So you got one of your well, I can't say it on live stream, but guys in there. So all we're going to say is if you're in another family, be careful. We got some pretty
yeah. We've got some training camps coming up soon. Yep, my team will have to be
ready for it to go.
Ready for it. Yeah.
We got Fast Abdul in the house. What language are we speaking? Yeah, well, so who answered that? We got they speak MAFIA, so Brennan there. Now Brennan's another capo in our family. So good to see another capo from the Allegiance, Director at Allegiance. So kind of cool. He's in this one of the families. What else? I think that's it. So we got Hex Hog in there as always, trying to make himself look cool. So that's the families at the moment, and yeah, not bad. Look at all that Pulse giving out. So pretty profitable, play to earn there. And we got tons of families. Look at them all in the list there. And apparently there's one or two more coming, and a big influencer. I'm not sure if that's on BNB or Pulsechain, but it's definitely ramping up there. So that's on the Pulsechain, and we've done the vault. So let's jump over to the market, which you really love. We talked about that a bit earlier.
Yes, I do. Yes.
Now there's a level 7.
Yeah, sorry, Steve. Especially in the early days, you I don't think there's a bit of price discovery going on. So if you had a keen eye, you could definitely get in there and scoop some good deals if you understood what the value of the items, I guess.
Yeah. What else? We got there's a level 7 franc sitting there right now for $75. That's pretty good market value. Got probably fair market value there at the moment. It's got an hour to go, and people can buy it with MAFIA straight away. Now you can level up those francs, and we know that that's a stage coming up, right? Where people are going to be able to level up potentially with the exchange. I think that might be possible there. But lots of other stuff online at the moment. There's an Ahmed car for $74. It's pretty attractive. Douglas M3 for $295. Let's actually sort it by most cheapest. So most expensive is Roulette there. That's from this guy here, this dangerous guy who's deceased. Hasn't he? Has he been deceased? I think
he's been excommunicated.
It must be his will and testament. Must be the trust.
Yeah. Oh, I tell you.
To pay off his debts. So yeah, he's out there. We've also got the hospital. It's up for grabs. So these properties are pretty valuable. And it's gold car. It's all that man. The family trust there in the will is exhuming all of this stuff for the market value. But those debts are pretty high, and we know the Don of Dons likes the debts to be paid, doesn't he?
Yes, and that's my job, is to be the debt collector, right?
That's right. Oh, we got a level 10 salmon there at the moment, $144, and a level 7 franc, 2 francs around. That's pretty expensive, that franc. It's probably above market value now, about 75. There's one there for 120. Yeah, another one for 80. Yeah, 75 to 80 is probably about fair value for level 7 francs at the moment. Of course, the market decides. Oh, we've got lots of them popped up. Look at them all.
Yeah.
Oh, man. It's really bumped it up since I last looked at this. And the Ahmed car's looking pretty good too. Now, we've had a big update today. Should we talk about that?
Yeah, let's. Yep.
We had an update that some people may not have seen. You may not have seen it. But should we go to crates here? I don't want to give away too much here, but actually, I probably should change account. Let me just swap this out. Let me go to another one here, and bam, let's go to my profile. So this is one here. I actually haven't. So we got this little thing here. Look at this. We got in wallet inventory. So this is stuff is safe, right? So it's not at risk in the game. If you put it in the game inventory, your assets will be at risk. In other words, if you get killed, it's going to be taken away from you, and all spoils go to the victor, right? Pretty much. So we've got these new icons over on wallet inventory. We've got bullets and hearts. Woo! And that was from Cult DeFi indicated that. So bullets and hearts there. What do you think that's for? What was the update Cult DeFi gave us?
I'm not 100% of that update, but the thing is, if you've got items sitting in that part of your wallet, they can't be touched. If I'm pretty sure that's my understanding. They have to be in the inventory to be basically available to be stolen, or if you happen to pass away.
Yeah. So I think we need to go to the game wiki to put that in context about Cult DeFi's update that he inferred. I don't think he actually showed it on the live stream at the time, but we're going to talk about it. So we're at marketplace number 5. I said number 6, didn't I? We're actually in marketplace number 5, so my bad there. Number 6 is coming up within a few weeks. MAFIA map, that's the most important phase. That's going to be visualized. And apparently they've got a full-on top animator, so it's going to be pretty visually stunning. And I think it's going to be laid out very, very well. So I think we're really excited about MAFIA. And it's going to use, as far as we know, hexagonal shapes for the territories and the cities, and breaking them down into multiple areas and stuff like that. So it's going to be pretty cool. And then we've also heard news from Cult DeFi today about the exchange. And of course, related to that is those hearts and bullets that we can see in our not at risk wallet there. And that's hearts and bullets. So it looks like hearts and bullets going to be trading early. I thought we'd have to wait for the game for that, but no, it does look like with the exchange that, and this has been renamed, right? So this exchange here, that could be a place where people can upgrade potentially and things like that. But we're going to have bullets and hearts trading as well from the looks of it. So we've got bullets down here, and we've got health as well. So I think these two are going to come alive. That is massive for the economy of the game. So it's another whole part of the economy. So imagine adding another economy, but like adding another country in terms of economic turnover. We could have a lot of excitement happening there. So yeah, we got Cult DeFi says when stage 7 the exchange starts, the LPs for bullets and health will be launched, so people can buy them on the decks. That's massive. That is massive. And of course, you can earn, families earn bullets, right? A part of the family. Where do bullets come from? Well, families can earn bullets. So if we go to the syndicate, we can see that we're earning bullets. So let's see there. We got 2 million bullets. 2 million bullets here. And of course, we got all our capos, and they're earning bullets, right? So all the families are earning bullets and the capos. So we've got bullets from there. Where else can we get bullets for, Wookie?
What's that? Where else can we get them from?
Yeah.
Oh, from the car crusher, and then you can
yep. So you can get them
have them made at the bullet factory, basically.
Absolutely. We got bullet
you have to crush a vehicle first, right, to get the metal, and then you take that to the bullet factory, and they turn them into bullets.
Yeah, so we've got two things that do bullets. We've got the bullet factory itself that makes bullets, and then we've got car crushers that can crush cars for bullets, but they're probably going to be pretty expensive, as I understand it. And from what we hear, there's going to be other cars in the game that are going to be much cheaper than the cars we're getting at the moment through the crates. So those are some of the ways. Another way of getting it, of course, is the crates. You can open up key. If you buy a key for $20, you can open up a crate, and you might win some of these bullets. And they are very valuable in the game, aren't they?
They are, yes. Bullets and hearts are probably the two key things to either, you can defend yourself or obviously assassinate somebody with bullets. And if something happens to you and you're wounded, the hearts can basically come to your rescue and hopefully keep you alive.
Yeah. So those bullets, if you got 30,000 bullets, that's worth a ton of wealth, right? Inventory value and wealth. That really ranks up both you and your family, right? And that means you get more share. If you're in a paid family like the top 5, you got a guaranteed share of the Pulse or BNB if you're highly ranked with the bullets. So the higher those are, which indicates that these bullets should be pretty highly priced, and the heart's pretty highly priced in the marketplace when the exchange launches there.
Correct. Yes. No. I'm lucky enough to have one of those rather large parcels of bullets. I suspect
you should have a lot of bullets because you're a hitman.
Yes.
You're a hitman. You got to have a lot.
Well, not so much for me, more for my mechanics and stuff. Because I tend to use other weapons. Crossbows and things.
Those, use unconventional.
So don't necessarily need the bullets, but for the boys, they definitely like their bullets. So
yeah.
Getting a fair share of the bullets. That's for sure.
That's right. So we've got a question in the chat there from Hudson. I'm going to answer that in a minute. But not only do you get crates, we've got multiple places getting bullets, but you can also buy bullets on the market, right? So that's the 4th place, I guess. You can get bullets, and bullets are going to be really important. Obviously, you can buy hearts as well. So yeah, you can buy them in the market. In fact, let's see if we can see any bullets or hearts down here. There's some bullets, 3,500 bullets. That's pretty decent. $30 at the moment. So it's going to be interesting to see what the exchange and the LP value is worth in the primary market, because really anything in the game is kind of like I don't know, is it a secondary market or is it an adjacent primary market of trading? I guess the market's going to decide that because we've got more things coming up, right, with the economy and things like that. There's lots of different features to this game, including the deposit and withdrawal for the game economy, the central banks. That's going to have bullets and health, right? And you'll be able to deposit bullets and health. And it's going to have convergence to in-game money, conversion, I should say, to in-game money. Look, it's got some examples. 1 bullet equals 1.52 bullets in-game. 1 health. These are the actual trading tokens, which will be traded with the LP that Cult DeFi just talked about. And then equals 2.53 health points. That's just indicative, and we don't know what it's actually going to be. But pretty crazy. Also got
be that when the game starts, right? It could vary. That's just an indication that what sort of mechanics are behind it. Now talking about that, do you think that players are going to be able to provide LP in those bullets and hearts decks?
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, because that's what I was thinking as well. It's not something I'd thought about up until this stage now where they're talking about launching the LPs for it, and it's like, I hadn't even thought about that.
Yeah. So we got Hudson's got a quick question about when we think it might launch. Well, based on information Cult DeFi has given us and things like that over the last couple of weeks, and my assessment of that, then we think probably maybe 2 to 3 weeks for the MAFIA map. So that would get us to what the end of September, the beginning of October. The exchange is probably going to be pretty quick afterwards, maybe within days, but let's say a week. So that would put us at the end of maybe by early mid-October. And then pre-ranking another week after that, say. That's going to put us maybe 2/3 of the way through October. Communication, maybe upgrades on that as well. So I think we'll probably, it's another week, so it'll get us to the end of October, beginning of November, and then kill some another week, let's say. So we might be getting around about, I would say, maybe by mid-November. What do you reckon about that assessment, Wookie?
Yeah, that's probably pretty fair, because it sounds like the map is progressing, right, by the sound of it. So once that map comes out, then of course everything else is a lot simpler to as far as time frame and being able to launch, right? It should just all sort of fall into place after that. Yeah. So
I think it's also, if we get the bull market really taken off, let's say October, arguably, or at the election 5th of November, then the timing could really be perfect. Mid-November at the earliest, we're saying. It could be slightly earlier, but that's kind of a reasonable time frame given what we got told that it's about a week every stage, but that the exchange is probably going to come pretty quickly after the MAFIA map, and those are huge upgrades, especially the LP for the bullets and hearts. Man, that's going to cause a bit of frenzy and excitement, eh?
I think so. Yeah, I think there'll be a lot of people will be interested in trading and LPing and doing all sorts of things, right? Starting to generate an income, basically, is what that means essentially, right? So that's gonna get people excited out there, I think. And then as you say, we get the bull run starts and the game launches, and she could be an awful lot of fun.
Now the question is too, at the moment we've got the vault being fed, right? So the vault's at the moment being fed by 3 different things. So let's pull that back up. And we can see the taxman has been collecting the tax on the buying and selling of MAFIA. But if we're going to have 2 more LPs with bullets and hearts, then are they going to have a tax? I don't expect it to be as high as MAFIA, which is, what is that? Buying MAFIA. Let's go to the buying MAFIA page. It's got the contract, of course. If you guys want to buy MAFIA, there it is, sitting right there. You can copy it as well. We've got a 4.7% buy tax and a 16.6% sell tax. You probably have to have slippage just a little bit higher than that. 5% and 20% is probably pretty good. And it goes to feed the vault, right? The vault's getting fed. And we can see where the actual money from the vault's coming from. We got the pink line there as keys. So keys are actually number 1 on Pulsechain, which is not the case on BNB at the moment. But the taxman, that is the MAFIA token trading with those taxes. And that is actually number 2. So $80,000 has come from trading on MAFIA on Pulsechain, and $101,000 almost has come from the keys opening up crates for in-game assets. In the marketplace there, it was almost $10,000 taken away. So it's been pretty awesome as well. So, in terms of the tax man, we could see maybe a modest tax on those two. What do you reckon?
Yeah. I don't think you need a high one, right? Because this is basically in game, right? So you want to make it, affordable to play the game, I guess.
Yeah.
But the buy and sell tax is there really to like protect the game, really.
Yeah.
Whereas in game, it's about playing the game, right? So that's how I would look at it. But
That's the way to look at it, and it's going to create so much more economy, so much more activity, and that means that the vaults is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger, and attract a lot more players, right? Cult DeFi is also saying the exchange itself. So that's let me see, get that right. That is step number 7 in the pre-launch. The exchanges also have a tax when bridging in and out of the game, which also feeds the vault. So I think we're going to have many streams running into this vault river, so to speak, and that we're not even coming down the track there. So it's going to be pretty awesome. Mate, if we get BNB and Pulse on a rally, we're talking about quickly moving from the big 100,000s into the millions of dollars for this vault. So getting in early and understanding the game is a big deal, I think. Don't muck down. Yeah, there's a lot to.
If the vault can hit that million mark, well, people seem to love that, all those zeros and a 1, right? So I think if the vault can hit that point even before launch would be fantastic. Then that's going to really draw in a lot of people. I think they're going to come in and chase that value, right, and have fun doing it. And,
absolutely.
So that's kind of I guess the hope for everyone that's in the game, that that's going to be how it's going to play out, and there's going to be a lot of people in here, and it's just going to be an awful lot of fun, and hopefully not too many people get wiped out in the process. But of course, there's always going to be the odd one here and there, surely.
It's going to help to be in a strong allegiance with this really smart Don.
Correct. Yeah,
if you're in a family with not so smart Don, then it might be bad for you. In multiple cases, you might not make much money, and you might lose a lot of money, and you might get killed.
It's the way of the mafia, right?
This game
the stronger the better.
Yeah, and so at the moment, this is clearly, if you're new to Pulsechain, is the number 1 game on Pulsechain, number 2, so it's a pretty decent game on BNB as well. Now, if you come over to here, you can actually toggle over between Pulsechain and BNB, and you just have to switch the wallet around that you're using. So we're over on BNB now. So let's have a look at the players. We've got 899 live players on BNB. So just slightly less on Pulsechain. Pulsechain's almost heading to 1,000. We've got 17 crime families. It's the same number. We are expecting another family, I think, on the BNB with the influencer coming in the house. And we also got Crypto Pride's an influencer. We'll talk about that. We've got 136 BNB. Now, obviously, the target was 500, but I presume we'll probably, apparently Jacob was pretty bullish about some of the things he's got coming up to make that hit 500 before the game starts. So we may have both Pulsechain and the BNB chain hitting their targets. Of course, Pulsechain's with 5 billion, and it's already done that, right, way early. So
there's just a lot more people in Pulsechain, right, who were in the early projects. So it kind of made sense that Pulse was going to probably start out being the bigger game to begin with. But I'm sure there's going to be parity at some point, right? It's just going to level itself out as things progress.
Yeah. So we got, I see it on the player here, we've got Bob Tiller the Hun, who was on Cult DeFi's show, I think it was yesterday, was it? Off for the OGs, is the consigliere for the OGs or the original gangsters. His payout at the moment is almost half a BNB per week. So he'll be pretty happy there. And I see the head of the Don for the mug nows is earning over 1 BNB per week. So that's pretty tidy. We can also see Lucky here. Lucky is actually the Don of the OGs. He's got 1.35 BNB per week as the head of the number 1 family for the time being. Not sure if they're going to hold on to that, given the syndicate. Our family is just behind them, sitting here at number 2 on the rank. So with the Director Alliance controlling 3 out of the 5 top families. So that's going to be a fun time, Wookie.
Yeah. And it's pretty unlucky that Lucky has a lucky name.
Well, what do we call it? Our Don, the unlucky death of Lucky, the Don of the.
Well, that's definitely a rumor that is circulating, and
rumor that's circulating that is true. It's true.
Yeah.
This is the guy here. This is the guy here, right? This is Lucky here.
This is the unlucky Lucky. Yeah.
Very much the unlucky death of Lucky there. And this guy has no clue what's coming at him. Look, he just looks clueless, doesn't he? Huh?
Oh, look at him. Yeah, he's defensive. Look at him. He
completely clueless. It's almost like a bullet is coming that way, and he's just like, "Do I move? Do I move? I don't know. Do I move? I'm dead. I'm gone." Oh, that'd be chaos. That'd be chaos. Anyway, so you never know what's going to happen in this game. That's all we can say. So yeah. So looking pretty good. The elite, the director, number 2, number 4, number 5. We did this Doug mug now, so we don't know too much about that one either. It's a bit like the other family on Pulsechain. But the OG gangsters, they're definitely pretty active on X and pretty active with their leadership. So not bad. All right, let me just scroll up here and let's make sure that I've got everything in here. Cool. All right, so that is on the families. Let's go to, they've obviously got crates and marketplace. Now the crates are a little bit different because all the businesses, or at least a lot of businesses are still here on Pulsechain. All businesses have already been won. But over here, 29 remain. And we know that most of them are the slot machines, roulettes, and bullet factories. So if you're actually buying keys at the moment, which are $20, you can purchase a key like that. You can play BNB, USD Tether, or USDC. You can then use that key. Your key will show up down the bottom here. And you'll be able to use that to open up one of these crates.
The crate,
you don't know what you
crate opening.
You don't know what you're going to get.
Crate opening.
Yeah, we love crate opening is like a dream come true. We are addicted to it, and I think Jacob knows it. Jacob knows we're addicted.
He knows we're adding more and more little tricks to his bow when it comes to crates, right? Because we've just had a new feature added.
It's a setup. It's a setup.
It's a complete another setup. Yes.
Yeah. Wookie is well spoken on the stream. Best behavior, says Brennan. Indeed. Ozzy Stone says Wookie sent you a motorcycle brother. Hey, how about that? One of your foot soldiers, the capos is doing it. What's that? Conciliary.
Conciliary.
What is a conciliary? I don't understand. I'm missing something. Says that child. That's not surprising. We got MBS in the house there. What's up, fam? We're good to see you, MBS. Or should we call it the late MBS? I don't know.
Well, there are those that have to go to work.
Yeah, that's right. That's true. So we got 29 businesses in here. So that's if you go in here, it's the chance of getting one of those is huge, right? So it's pretty cool. Yep. And none of the MAFIA has been won. There's still 50 million MAFIA, and none of it's been won yet.
None of it. Wow. Yeah.
On Pulsechain, there's 38.1 million left, I believe. So that's someone's been lucky there. So you can win MAFIA tokens as well. Wouldn't that be so cool? Winning any of these top categories, and also the keys. The keys are insane. If you won 100 keys, man, oh man, that would be insaner in the brainer. And I'm not aware of anyone winning it yet. At least we know publicly. We know people have won 50 and 75. I think has happened. So lots of opportunity over here on BNB.
One of us has won some keys, and it's not you.
It's not me. It must be you. Then. It must be you.
It must be me.
It's not you, then it's me, and it's somebody else. Right, so we've got the marketplace active over here. Now, the activity over here is not as high at the moment, but there are plans to increase the influences and the families and the activity over here on BNB. I know a lot of people, part of the TYZZ sacrifice, which got allocated from BNB chain, pretty keen for some uplift in there. But at the moment, there's a lot of opportunities, right? So, some of the prices are actually pretty similar. I know the bullets here, cash $3. I mean, it's about $2.75 on Pulse, so it's actually a little bit more there. But you can get lots of other assets that are probably pretty good value over here. Look at $5 for a Jim and a Johnny. I mean, these are just giveaways of those. These are easy pickups, folks. I mean, honestly, I'm just looking at it now. So, damn, why did I just point that out?
Scroll down, Super. Move past him.
Let's move on there. Let's see what's available. Let's go to the top and see what's most expensive. We've got a narcotics warehouse for $999. We've got an M3 there for $275. Now, that M3 is about the same price as it is on Pulsechain. I mean, that's about the price, isn't it? $220 to $275. So, yeah, and we've got narcotics warehouse going for $999. Now, we know some of these things went for $1,200 to $2,000 over on Pulsechain. Obviously, the activity is not quite the same over here yet, but, picking up some of these opportunities. What do you reckon, Wook?
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. There's definitely. Oh man, there's some bargains over here. I
There
think
is. There is.
now's when you want to be getting in. Don't wait
Mm.
till the game's near launching, because like anything, when the game is going to launch, these prices are going to go through the roof. So
Well, I say that, but there's been an uptick in the market. Look at this, 11th of September here. We know that there's fundraising going on to burn Mafia over here at the moment. Do you recall what that plan is? It's from the OGs. I forgot the guy's name. Maybe you guys.
yeah, the Hun. Yep.
It was the guy, the King, the something King. I've forgotten his name.
The Mad King.
The Mad King. That's right. He's that. So people donating stuff to the Mad King. He is selling it on the market, and then he's using that to buy and burn Mafia, or at least he's taking the Mafia units and burning it, right? So that's reducing the supply. Now, if you guys are not familiar, on BNB and on Pulsechain, there's only 1 billion Mafia on both chains. So that can be burned off pretty quickly when you at this, especially at the prices at the moment. Let's see. Let's go up. We got MVS says public enemy number 1. MV says MVS. Yeah. It's always fun to be public enemy number 1. You get a lot of attention. Right? You get a lot of attention.
Yeah.
And 1 MB is a 10x. A good thing, says Brian. Esco, what's that? Esco represent, says Esco. Is there a family called Esco Go? I don't know if there's Esco Go in the family. Is that what you're trying to mean, that you're in a family called Esco Go? No, there's no family there called that. And maybe you're meaning something else. Let us know what you mean there. Right, so what else? We got all that going on at the moment. I think we've covered the Vault, did we? Vault's looking pretty good with 135, almost 136 BNB. Now the target's 500, and I think Jacob's got some initiatives for that. Let's add that to our balance on Pulsechain. So 69.6. I think I said 70 or 80K before, didn't I? Just below that. Combined price, combined value in both vaults on BNB Pulsechain, $258,000 US, and we know that if BNB and Pulsechain go on a run, that number's going to go quickly towards the $1 million. And of course, we know there's lots more things coming, like the exchange with the fees and the bullets and the red. So there's going to be lots more different channels into this vault feeding it. So the volume's going to go up, the price will probably go up in the bull market, and this could easily become multi-million-dollar vault game, and of course attract a lot of attention. We're already doing extremely well at $250,000. Which is pretty awesome. All right, I think we've kind of covered the game there. Obviously, you can join your player. You only need 2,000 Mafia on each chain, and at different prices. So it's only 80 cents to $2, something like that. So well worth joining, and then join a family, right? So how do you join a family? Well, we're going to talk about that in a second. Let's go past the wiki. You should definitely read the wiki, but we've got something new today. Before we get into the new site, the Mafia HQ from the Don of Dons Archie. We're going to have a quick look at the market prices of these things. So let's bring up Mafia on Pulse, and we'll bring Mafia up on BNB, and have a quick look at these prices. And of course, if you want to pick it up there. So this is Mafia. I'll post it in the chat there if you want to check it out. So this is Mafia on a PLS chain or Pulse chain. Let's just put Pulse chain there. And that's the price there. So there we go. If you want to pick up some Mafia right now, and there we go. All right, so let's pull this down, and we've got the daily chart. So it's the daily chart there. Fortunately, I've got a cool little map of when things launched. So the NFT Marketplace Phase 5, which is still in basically, with a whole ton of sub updates, is back on the 26th of June. But we may be in maybe in 2 weeks, maybe we've got to have that map. And I don't mean 2 weeks like Richard Hart 2 weeks. I mean 2 weeks like maybe that could be a case there. So let's have a look. How many days would that be? 14 days. That would take us to about the 25th of September. That's the biggest update, really, isn't it? The map, to be up fair.
Correct. Yeah.
And then maybe shortly after. Yeah.
That's going to make everything kind of start to make sense. I guess people can see the map, just what's going to be involved, and a chance to start working out some tactics, I guess.
Yeah, so I might put a little thing in here, a little box, and write on map. That's 2 more weeks. Let's see. So that would let me show you.
2 more weeks.
So 2 more weeks. That seems about right. So we'll put the map in here, 25th, and maybe we might get the exchange a couple of days later to the week. Maybe we might get that too. Let me put in this here. Kind of draw in real time. So 25th, let's say, maybe we'll get it 3 days later, but let's do 5 days. Let's go 30th September for the exchange. Let me just edit that again. So that was, was it stage 7? Let's put, is it stages? Is that the what is stage 7? And I'll put that on there, and I'll scroll that back down there. Stage 7, and bam, let's go. What's exchange? Yeah, we'll put 8 in there. It's cool doing this in real time. And exchange. And what do we say? Bullets. And heart. LP.
LP, yeah.
Bam. So that's kind of where we might get it there at the moment. I probably should have changed the color, but that's all cool. So that is where we're trading at the moment. So that's the chart. We had a double top on the old MAFIA on Pulsechain. We've come back all the way down here at the moment. Obviously, because there's a big gap between the different stages, it's pretty much it. And of course, we've had a down chart in Pulsechain, so probably no surprises there. Still holding up pretty well though. Current price at 00084, but a great entry for people to get in, right?
Yeah, especially before the biggest updates in the game as well. So
beautiful run.
Right? You'd have to think that chart will head back up, right?
Yeah, I agree with you. Let's put a little bullish chart in here. So, what do you think? Something like that? I don't know if we've got any. Have we got arrows on this? I don't know. We've got arrows. Let's go. I don't know. Arrow. There we go. So that seems reasonable, right? Seems reasonable. Now it could go much deeper, right? Could be up here.
Oh yeah. Yes.
We could have a triple top. Right? Could have a triple top. It gets up. What would triple top be? Let's have a look at the yield that you might make out of that. Definitely the map is massive. 172%. So if you're patient for 2 weeks, maybe that's possible. That is a 5% buy 5% slippage, so you need a 4.7% buy tax, so 5% slippage. But it could be a really good entry here at the moment. So not finding.
And of course, you also have the option, obviously, of when you join a family, you can actually stake MAFIA as well. So if you had a decent bag of MAFIA, you can stake it and earn
in-game currency.
In-game currency,
yeah. So you can either just buy the 2,000 MAFIA and become a player, or you can buy a couple of players. If you get like 10,000 MAFIA, you buy 5 players, or you could go and pick and speculate and buy up 1 million or something like that. So that's sort of stuff you could do. Brian, our community leader, says not enough boss. It's late. I'll catch the rest tomorrow. See you, folks. See you, Brian.
All right, Brian.
And dropping all the alpha. Make sure you put Hex Hog to sleep as well. That's probably the way we go there.
Yeah. Well, lock them in. Lock them in. Don't leave them out. Yeah.
That's actually pretty bullish. I mean, that chart. I mean, given the fact that we just overlaid that strategic stuff on there, and now we've got the arrows up. Could be pretty exciting. Where this could go, right? And we've got the MAFIA here on BNB. Now, MAFIA on BNB is very different, right? So on Pulsechain, that was allocated to mostly TRH people, right? Airdrops and NFT holders. That was the allocation. That's how it started. So it's a very different chart from that point of view. But on MAFIA, it was the TYZZ sacrifice, right? So
correct.
What's your thoughts on that? The chart's very different. Of course, this is the sacrifice price up here. So that's why people are keen for the BNB to really take off, because they're quite a far away from that at the moment. But of course, the game has not yet launched, and it's a good opportunity to buy. So there's a DCA thing there, and lower your average 471% back to the mean sacrifice price there, based on our calculations.
Yeah, well, this is where you make your money, right? At these stages, you're getting in when the charts are down, with the potential of a game launch, which can only but pump the chart, right? It would be hard to believe that the price would dip at launch or anything like that. So it's it's not a guarantee, obviously, but it's it's the odds are pretty high in your favor, I feel.
Yeah. So we're going to put stage 6. I think it was stage 6. The map and a question mark. And so that's probably here where we had the 25th. I think it was 25th, and we got that there. The match 6. I'll put that over there, right? Get rid of that, and we're going to put that on. It was BNB, so I might as well overlay both. I guess maybe I can copy and paste, but we'll go for the end of the month, and we're going to put that on there. So that's stage 7. Stage 7, the exchange. That's actually going to be pretty quick. I mean, I got that 5 days, but I think that's fair. He said it's going to be pretty quickly afterwards. Pretty much, I think they had most of that done. So just finalizing that. So that'd be pretty cool. What do we have there? LP as well, right? Bullets and hearts. LP. That was it. Not Expo Hearts, but Jeets. Not a Jeets. So yeah, what could that do? I mean, we definitely got that bullishness into the biggest phase of the game, pre-game launch, I should say, the map. And I'm excited about how good that map's going to be. Could be really awesome.
No, if only we had like a charts guy that could come along and
if only had a charts guy.
Yes,
I don't know.
He could fill us with information like up, down, or sideways.
What happens if I sent that particular chart guy an invite? What would happen there? Do you think we might get some? If he was online, that is. Do you think we might get some activity? Let's see. All right, that certain guy may have had an invite on his DMs. Was that charts guy is on now? Oh yeah, well you been sent a link to glory, as we say. All right, let's see what else we got here. Brennan says I can see go up, down, sideways. Says Brennan. Yeah, that's not very helpful, but man, we got some bull stuff coming up. This could really hit the charts pretty nicely. I see the BNB's just weakening off at the moment, probably a bit premature. So anyway, that's pretty much it. So I'm going to post the chart for the BNB. So MAFIA on a BNB chain. Obviously, you don't need to be on the BNB chain and have some BNB, but that is the one there, and it's got the same taxes, 4.7%. So you're going to need a 5% slippage on your dial, as it when you're doing a swap there on Pancake Swap. There we go. There's the link there. Try to make it easy so people can get into the game. And remember, you can play just with a player 2000. You don't have to buy much, only a few cents. But if you want to get in there, it's pretty cool. All right, so we actually got. I can't remember what I got here. Give it a rocket there. We'll give it a rocket, and we'll scroll down and give it a rocket too. There's a calculator at the bottom of the page, so you can actually work out how much 2000 is on both. Or you can speculate and buy hundreds of thousands or millions. And especially at this prices, you're going to get a lot of value on the upside, especially on the BNB chain. You can see that. Now, should we get into the main event, the new website from our very own Don of Dons, Archie? Should we do that?
Oh yes, this is incredible. I think you might have seen a bit of this earlier in one of the earlier streams on Cult DeFi's, right? It was brought up and Archie sort of ran through it with Colt, and it's pretty impressive, right?
Yeah, it is very impressive indeed. Our Don he's the Don of Dons. He's the genius Don, and people are terrified of his brilliance, and we are happy to be in his inner circle and execute his orders of death and mayhem. I mean, happiness and
joy. Yes, much joy.
I don't know why that slipped out like that. That's crazy. All right, so let's get into it. This is the big website. So I'm gonna post the link in the chat there. This is the MAFIA HQ, the latest MAFIA HQ, and it's an Intel website, really. Intel, yeah. So bam, let's get it. That is the one there. We're about to go to it. So without further ado, MAFIA HQ by the Don of Dons, Archie. The head of the directorate, and of course that includes the Yakuza, the Syndicate, the Hustlers, and the Illuminati.
There
we go. We got it done. Brendan says, not today, Brian, listening and working. That's what he says. He says he's working, but we know he's down at the pub with the Blads. All right, so there we go. Let's get into it without further ado. And before we get into any more trouble, let's go to the website. Bam, there it is. The MAFIA HQ is brand new, folks. Only got launched earlier today. And man, it is if you want to become a master of this game and join different families and see what the strengths of the families are, learn how to, all the mechanics. And this site is fantastic for that. This is the one you should share around to people that you're on board because it's such a good site here. It's got a getting started page at the top there. I'm going to actually scroll this up a little bit there just so people can see. So we're getting started, number one. Number two, the big picture. So we've got that there too. Number three, creating a player. Number four, family basics. Number 5, making money. And of course, a lot of you guys want to do that, right? So make money, make money, make money. Crimes and smuggling, the basics of illicit income. Now, if you're on YouTube, it is just a game. It's just a game. Don't send the coppers around. We don't need no coppers. Smuggling operations and so forth. So yeah, running a business, legitimate fronts and illegitimate profits. So there's really lots of great stuff in here. Really is cool, and it's got links to prices as well. What's the second tab? Yeah, I think that's Pulsechain, and so if you want to get access to the price charts. Now we'll obviously have more once we get the bullets and hearts out, right?
Well, yes, obviously you'd have to be charts for that, right? So yeah, there'll be a couple of extra charts added in, so there'll be more charting to be done by the charts guy, right?
Yep. So look, there's petty crimes. So you're going to be able to make money on in-game money. You're going to be able to swap that to money on deck screener, so real money in crypto, and vice versa. So there's lots of ways to make money in this game. Obviously, you can become part of a family, get share of the vault. So there's many ways. So petty crimes, smuggling operations. It's got tips there as well. Banking and interest. You can put money in bank accounts inside this game. There's lots of ways you can own businesses and earn money. Advanced money making strategies, family business objects, market manipulation, heist and organized crime, managing your wealth. There's so many things you're going to be able to do in this game. It's going to be a lot of fun to play and earn money. Exploring the world, got that. So that's kind of cool. Navigating landscape. Now, obviously, we're expecting the map to come out with maybe 2 weeks. So it's kind of cool. It does give a breakdown of the continents. There's going to be continents in the game, so in cities. So we've got Chicago, New York, Las Vegas, Detroit, New Jersey. South America, we've got Medellin, Bogota, and Caracas. And we've got Italy as well, Palermo, Messina, and Napoli there. So kind of cool. You're going to have to travel there on a plane between those continents, by the way.
It just so happens I might have one of those.
You got a plane? You're going to go to Spain?
Every Wookiee's got some sort of aircraft.
You're not going to Spain, but you might go to Italy. You might go to Italy. It's kind of near it, isn't it? Next door or near it. Yeah. There's lots of travel. You got to travel. So train, cars, motorcycle. You're going to need an airplane though, and a private jet. Now we've got this exchange thing coming up just after the map. I guess some people have thought maybe we can upgrade our aircraft to the jet plane if we got enough aircraft. Maybe
it certainly seems possible, right? These sort of things could be implemented into the game, right?
Yeah.
We obviously don't know yet, and that's going to be some future excitement down the track to learn about all these new features that we don't yet know about.
So when we get the map out, this is going to be a lot more meaningful in this section. I'm sure it's going to be updated for the actual map, but at the moment it's based on the wiki and stuff. This is really good insights. Now, obviously, once we get the maps and the logistics, people are going to be crimes and all sorts of stuff. We're going to also have hits and warfare. Now, this is your specialty, Wookie, is the hit master. Hitman Master. So you're going to be doing quite a bit of this. You probably noticed upside down already.
Wow, I may have written the book about it. To be fair,
that sounds pretty obvious there. So you got prerequisites for a hit job: target identification, location scouting, rank restrictions, resource check, steps to perform a hit. Yeah, it's renaissance, travel, prepare, execute, and escape. Possible outcome: success, partial success, failure. Catastrophic failure. That doesn't sound too good. We don't like that. You don't even know what that word means, do you? All you know is success. Is that right? I think that's.
Well, yeah, I definitely didn't write those last few bits. That's for sure. They're not in my manual.
Maybe the secretary came in and started mucking around with the stuff.
Yeah, I think there's something Archie's added in. Yeah,
we got businesses in there. So everything about business, fantastic. So this is a huge compliment to the actual wiki, the official wiki. This has got huge kind of an analysis in it. It really helps you quickly assess all that stuff in the wiki and make you think about possible tactics and strategies and how things actually work. So lots of different businesses, and there's different ways of making money and risk that you have with owning those businesses. So kind of cool, like roulettes is like money, right? Roulettes, you have issues with that.
Yep. But you have to fund the roulette, right? Just like the slot machines. So
thanks, gambling.
And that's going to mean you're going to need some security and all sorts of things, right? So it's not.
It's going to be a big deal. So you want that city strong. You want to have cool, a lot of people around it. You got to have that secured. Now, there's jail. People can go to jail. Don't think you can just walk around and nilly-willy just do any crime you want. You can go to jail. And the crimes, you do the crime, you get caught. What do you do?
You do the time, yeah. Well, you do the time, yeah.
So we got the jail sentences there, impact of incarceration. So everything is in here. Bribe system. Yeah, we like that. We like the bribe system. We like to bribe and ownership. We like to own certain parts of the municipalities and things. Anyway, we're not talk too much about that. But we got staying out of jail. You can stay out of jail. We've got smuggling in the back market. The vault, of course. We're all excited about the vault payments. So that's going to be pretty cool. There's so much stuff in this MAFIA HQ from the Donna Dons helping out everybody. We've got the ranking system. So when you actually play the game, the more you play, the more success you have in the game, whether it's smuggling or killing or whatever, you're going to get upgraded, and you up the ranks there. And these are all the ranks. So at the moment, everybody is a nobody, which is pretty crazy unless you're in the top families. And of course, then you're going to be able to upgrade to these different levels. And each level opens up different benefits in the game, which is pretty neat. So kind of cool. There's family ranks as well. Yeah, so look at this. If you're a nobody, you're starting rank, limited abilities. But as soon as you get up to the maybe pickpocket, the shop becomes available. So you can go and buy stuff at the shop with like guns and things like that. Once you get up to mobster level, you can do organized crimes become available. So bigger crimes become available as you move up the rankings in the game, which I think is fantastic. Really, really cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of ways to be earning rewards in this game, and this is obviously one of those methods of doing that, right?
Yeah, this thing is packed full of really good insights in the game. So if you're trying to learn the game, the site's fantastic. We've got advanced family dynamics. We've got economy and currency. There's going to be so many ways to make money in this game. Honestly, I think it's going to be mind-blowing for people. And some people might be able to make a full-time income out of this game. Honestly, pretty crazy. So we've got all the money things there. I wanted to jump through. We've got helper system. It's going to be autopilot. It's going to be able to autopilot everything on the helper system. Player status, family status. We could jump past that. Allegiances, of course, which we are the #1 directorate. And, of course, the OG NFTs there as well. It's got a breakdown of that. So pretty exciting stuff there. It was something I wanted to particularly pick up on. It's got how to create a player. And that's if you're new, you probably want to jump to get started and how to create a player there. And, of course, setting up your identity and all sorts of stuff like that. Pretty cool. I think they had family basics. Is that where we join families? I think it might be. Let's go to family basics there. I think there's a link to families here.
He walked through basically, hasn't he, of how to actually get into the game and join a family. And
yeah, I think that was there. So I don't know if it's understanding families there, but that is pretty cool. So you get started. Maybe it's on get started here.
Because that's really the important thing, right? Is getting people into the game. Making sure that they can join a family, especially in the beginning, right, and not get wrecked, and have that protection of the family, and then they can start to enjoy the game and find their niche within the game. Because as you've alluded to, there's so many different ways that you can play. You know, not everyone wants to be a hitman, right? So you just got to find what you're good at. There's people that might be good pickpocketers. There might be people that are good at smuggling and or doing deals. You know, the art of the deal. So you just got to find your place, right?
Absolutely. Join a family. So if you go to the family basics on chapter 4, you got join a family down there, and you can click that, and it's probably going to bring us up a family breakdown. Yeah, there we go. So it brings us to another page. And we got families on BNB or families on Pulse Mafia. Let's go to BNB, and we can see all the families. There's the top 10 families. The Syndicate up there and Yakuza. Let's go to the original gangsters and have a look at that. It's going to give you a breakdown of what city they're in, what chains they're on, their family share, how much they give out of their profits, and the allegiance there. Lucky by name, lucky by nature, or the unlucky death of Lucky's.
Yeah, unlucky, I think is.
Now, they also have their recruitment. So if you want to join them, they have their, he's got the links there for Telegram or whatever the family is. So that's pretty cool. Let's jump to the Mug now. It's another family, of course. They don't have any link to the recruitment portal. But let's go to the Syndicate, which is what we're part of. That does have a breakdown in Chicago, of course. That's where we live, rock and roll in Chicago. It is the crime city of capital of America, isn't it? So it's probably the reason why we're there. Is that you doing all that, or what?
No, well, actually, we're there to clean the place up. Super. That's actually what we don't like chaos in the streets, right?
Yeah.
We want to clean the place up. Yeah.
If people want to join the directorate, which we're part of, or any of the particular families, then you can hit the link here to Telegram, and of course you'll meet our Capitacina, who's the 3rd ranked in the hierarchy, and he is the onboarding champion, Max Payne. So you can join up there on that link, and you can also get into our subgroup here in the Hex Token Discord, and
that's a great place to be. Right?
That's a paid private Discord, so it'll be $5 to join up per month, but it's a pretty good value, less than a cup of coffee a month there. But for free, you can join Telegram and go through the recruitment process. It's the main recruitment process there. This is kind of a different hub. We talk about different stuff there. So kind of cool. What else there? Let's jump through some of this. So we've got some more comments, have we? Just the player, Escargo. Okay, cool. I get it now. Cool. MVS says, 5,000 views on my Mafia thread. Well done, MVS. You're crushing out on the old promotion. What's that there? I hope it's not the TRH 2 more weeks. No. I think the map is getting pretty close. So 2 more weeks is probably actual rather than what I say, 2 more weeks proper. That's what we say it like that. Texting, what's what? This is the game. We're talking about the Mafia game. What else there? All right, so let's jump away from it. This site is fantastic, as you can see. It's going to make you a pro in the game, so definitely check it out. And the link is there's a link. So mafia-hq.com, mafia-hq.com. Save to your favorites because it's going to help you play the game really, really well. And of course, it's going to be updated as the map comes out and everything else. So you can get latest and greatest. Big shout out to our Don. Archie, the syndicate master there.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's an hour and 10 minutes. It's a good time to wrap it up, don't you? I think we'll wrap it up there. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I think that's brilliant. No, that was a great run through, and hopefully that'll help anybody that is looking to get into the game, or and that HQ is going to be an amazing onboarding tool there, which Archie's put together. So it's congratulations to him. And it can only but help the life of the game, right? Yeah,
absolutely.
So that's some brilliant work.
So if you want to join straight away, the directorate with its 4 families controlling 6 out of the 10 top paid spots, we're the most powerful family with the most powerful allegiance of 4 families. It's incredible on both chains. We're the only one in that position with the smartest Don out there, Archie. And of course, an incredible leadership team and some amazing capos, aka Wookie and maybe Brennan. All right, so you can join there. That's the link to join up straight away to Telegram and go through the application process, which we've simplified. Cool. There's no joining fee anymore, so you can join up today pretty easy and set up a player and start playing. That's what we encourage you to do. It is the #1 GameFi on Mafia, and who knows where it could go to, Wookie?
That's right. Yeah. Who knows? Who knows?
Aussie Stone says HQ is nice, Archie. It is. He's done a brilliant job on that. So big shout out to Archie for that. All right, we're going to wrap up with 10 minutes. So the final words, Wookie?
Just get the word out. Get that HQ out. Put it on all your socials. Make people aware of it, and walk them through it if you have to. Because getting people in the game is really like everyone in the game. So without that, the game won't really survive. So we need to get people in, get people playing, and enjoy themselves. And you can be a Mafia boss for a day or whatever you want to be.
Yeah, absolutely.
And have
some 1,000 players too, so you're going to be able to play to earn and have some fun and be part of the community. #1 GameFi on Pulsechain, and I think you're going to have a good time there. Should I make a new thread? You should, MV. Use that.
Yes, absolutely. Yep.
Right. The great work, crushing it out there. Now, we're going to finish up here, an hour and 10 minutes. So enjoy yourself, everybody. Take care. Thank you, Wookie, for coming on. You've been awesome. Lots of insights there into the game. And I just watch out for anybody that you're chasing down as a hitman. I feel sorry for them right now.
Yeah. Well, they won't see me coming, basically. You super,
Yeah. Well, special thanks to everyone watching. Brennan, MVS, Aussie Stone, Brian, Warro Singer there, Tex Hex, many of you out there. So a big shout out to all of you. Really, really cool to have you all in the house today. And of course, everyone watching in the replay, gang, spread it around, leave your comments, and go for gold.
And of course, as we say, sayonara.
Sayonara. All right. Peace out, everybody. Bye for now.